Hello, everyone. The question we asked today is, does a charter school better prepare you for college than high school? What does a charter school do well? Well, with fewer students, you are magnified as a student so that the school is able to focus on your interests and abilities in order to set you on the right path of whether you want to go to college or whether you want to join the workforce immediately. There are different non-traditional ways of learning, and so students and teachers are always not only welcome, but it's recommended that they try new things in order to figure out what the students want to do. Unlike high school, it's not a one-size-fits-all education or a cookie-cutter education, as some call it. One of the benefits to a charter school is that you have shorter days than high school, so you can make more out of your day than a high school student would. And as I said before, you can learn specific skills that make you more marketable than traditional high schools should you want to join the workforce. Cons of a charter school. Obviously, with every good comes a bad, and these charter schools have to meet certain enrollment requirements, with closure being the penalty if they don't meet those requirements. With so much focus being on your academics and what you want to do with your career, fewer sports and extracurricular activities are offered, but that's understandable, because of limited funding. And also included in limited funding is individual student transportation may be required, which means that the students would have to drive themselves from their home to the school. Pros of high school, obviously pride of accomplishment, as is with everything. You have some marketability to go into the workforce if you graduate and choose to do so. You build relationships and friendships with fellow students. I know, for me personally, I have friendships that I had back in high school that I still have to this day, almost 12 years later. Cons of high school, as I said with the charter school, high school seems to be a one-size-fits-all education. They don't really focus in on each individual student. It's kind of a here's, as it says, one-size-fits-all or cookie-cutter education, and there's really nothing you can do about it. Personally, I think it's too long of a day for students. 8 hours, can't make much out of the rest of the day. Also, a lot of homework. Don't need to be stressing these kids out this early in their life. I'm sure the workforce will definitely do so. And you really only, in their curriculum, you really only learn basic skills. Sorry about that. So you're not really ready to go into the workforce or normal life. They don't teach you how to balance a checkbook. They don't teach you how to buy a house. They don't teach you how to do any of that. Now, what am I doing to help kids today learn that a charter school is better than high school? I'm obviously doing multiple things. I, along with my father, William Malloy, showed here, we started Westinghouse Castle LP. We purchased the Westinghouse Arts Academy in Wilmerding, PA, a charter school for the performing arts in 2017, with the idea of giving students an alternative to high school and to better prepare themselves for either college or the workforce. Then we purchased the Westinghouse Castle, where George Westinghouse resided for, I believe, the 1890s up until his death, and he started Westinghouse Air Brake Company, or WABCO, WABCO, in 1927, or 1927, up until 1985, when they decided to move elsewhere. The school has gone through, the castle has gone through multiple owners since then, and it's landed in our lap, and we're extremely excited to see what the future holds with this project. Expanding the school in its first 3 floors of the castle will be what our ultimate goal is, because that's what we anticipate the school needing at the current time. But there is a 4th floor that will be used when needed. How does the school benefit the kids, you may ask? It's a tuition-free performing arts charter school, for students from grades 9 to 12. Now, we have a mix of academic classes such as math and history and reading, and along with arts programs such as music and theater, in order to let these students find what they really want to do with their lives. Now, like college, we built this kind of a college-light presentation, if you will, in that students have to audition or present portfolios to attend the academy, so we know who's really going to succeed. This is basically college, where you have to send your school record, to the school to be analyzed and see if you would be a good fit. Also, with the workforce, you have to interview, which would be your audition, and you have to send in your resume, which would be your academic portfolio in this case. So we kind of set it up to be that it just make it a seamless transition into the workforce. And we just feel that this would better prepare them for college setting or the workforce, either one that they choose to go into. As I said, we're very excited about student enrollment just increasing every year. We started with 70 students when we opened in 2017. We're currently at 320 students as we sit here on June 26, 2022. Currently, the school's capacity is the accommodation of 550 students. Just the school alone, not the castle. The school can accommodate 550 students. We understand with the 30% annual jump in the number of students, we will need the castle up and running to keep up with demand. We anticipate the castle opening this fall of school year 2022-23, which we're really excited about. Now, according to Statista.com, statistics show that students want an alternative to high school in order to get them career ready faster than the 4 years it takes for high school to be completed. Now, some of these programs can be completed in 2-3 years as opposed to 4. Some of them do take 4, but some of them can be completed in half the time or even 3/4 of the time. We've seen an astronomical growth in charter schools in the U.S. In 2001, there were 1,993, as opposed to very recently, a report came out that there were around 7,700 here in 2022. So we're growing at an astronomical rate, at an exponential rate, and we look to see that continue as the years go on, as the generations come in one after another. We're really excited about that. From an academic comparison standpoint, charter students outperform their peers, I'd say almost in every category. Math, they outperform them. Reading, they outperform them. Science, they outperform them. Anything you can think of, their charter schools are outperforming their high school counterparts. So just to wrap things up for today, we feel that charter schools are able to better prepare students for college or the workforce by identifying and focusing in on their interests and abilities and magnifying those to the point where, each student gets one-on-one attention from the teachers and, to focus on what they're good at, what they struggle with, which can be worked on. I don't feel high school does that. There are, I feel like a student would very much be happy about that, would very much like that, because they want to know what they can do well in their own lives, and we're here to help them do that. As I said before, high school is more of a one-size-fits-all or cookie-cutter education method, not really focusing on each individual student, kind of focusing on a group of students as a whole, and we're not into that. Charter schools expose students to different fields of study to help them decide what they want to do with their career, and we help each individual student. We say, why do you want to do it? Where do you want to go? And we help them get there. Overall, charter schools, obviously, as I've stated before, should be considered by more potential students and current students because of higher performance rates than high schools. And, our past and present students will be able to lead them on to that. So, thank you very much for listening. Hope you have a great day, and consider a charter school.